kind of give us like a general definition of contemplative prayer? I've also heard it called like listening prayer or centering prayer. So you can kind of
Yes.
separate that in.
Yes, it is also called listening prayer and centering prayer. There will be the similar techniques um, under any method that uses those names. It's really started the way it's being used now started as centering prayer, but as time went by, contemplative, for whatever reason, that word became more common. Some people think there's a difference between centering prayer and contemplative prayer. This is where some of the problems come in is uh, who is defining it, and how are they defining it? Because some people think, well, centering prayer isn't good, but contemplative prayer is. But there really is the way it's used today. There pretty much almost across the board, there's no difference. I would define it as a technique or a series of techniques to supposedly connect with God through being silent and being still. Being silent and being still are like two of the main factors that are supposed to be practiced with. Now, attached to that, that's a very short definition. Attached to that are other things that are connected to contemplative prayer but aren't prayer, like Lectio Divina, which we can get into. And that's why sometimes I use the term contemplative spirituality, because it encompasses the whole area, what's called contemplative prayer, and Lectio Divina, as well as maybe somebody calls it listening prayer. Whatever the terms and the different techniques that are out there, you could put them under the umbrella of contemplative prayer or contemplative spirituality. I'm sorry. So, and I will often switch between those terms. When I'm writing an article on it, I will say contemplative spirituality. I will say contemplative practices, which is another good kind of broad term, or contemplative prayer if I'm specifically talking about the prayer aspect.
Mhm.